Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Ulta makeup that I purchased from Ulta when I visited the States a few months ago now. And I've kept all of the Ulta makeup aside. Like I did a full face of Sephora makeup. I'll link that up in the card so you can check that out. And I had a load of Ulta makeup that I purchased and I kind of want to do the same thing. I've got a few brands here. I've got About Face, I've got Wet n Wild, I've got Juvias Place, Revolution, Essence, Morphe. I'm hoping I can just apply this all to my face. Hopefully it looks nice because I'm about to go out for dinner and I want to look cute, so hopefully I look cute by the end of it. Two things just quickly to call out in this video. First of all, my dry shampoo white cast is really bad in the viewfinder, so if you can see it, I'm not going grey. I've just got a really bad white casty dry shampoo situation happening there, but you know, I've called myself out for it, so you don't need to either, okay? The second thing is that my eyeshadow is going to be the only thing that I don't apply in this video because I'm going to be saving, or rather doing the eyeshadow for a spooky season episode, and I'm going to be playing around with a palette that you can't get at Ulta. But if you want a quick recommendation on any brand that sells really nice eyeshadows, Juvias Place, Colourpop, Morphe do some nice cute ones as well. I think there's also Ariana Grande's brand as well. What is that? REM, Charlotte Tilbury, Urban Decay. Like, you've got so many brands at Ulta. You've got so many brands. So it's not like you're short on eyeshadow. So please, hopefully that's not upsetting to you that I'm not doing an eyeshadow palette on this video, but you will be seeing the eyeshadow look in another video. Okay, let's just get into it. I'm going to zoom you into this level because then you can see my face. I've got the Essence Jelly Grip Hydrating Primer. I actually really like a hydrating primer and I've never tried this one before. Essence is great because basically everything is really cheap. Like everything's what, under $5 or under $7. This is a couple of pumps. I probably should have slicked back my hair, but I forgot to do that. I'm hoping this primer is kind of like a dupe of the Milk makeup one, which I really like, but I really don't like the price tag of that one, especially when you can get so many dupes or like so many products that are just as close or similar for half the price on the high street. This is a much thinner one. I'm gonna go in for a couple more pumps. NYX do a really good version of the Milk Hydro Grip. They're not exactly trying to dupe it at all. They're not like selling it as that. They're just selling it as a gripping primer. I think Elf did one as well, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of people liked that. But I feel like I'm able to apply this primer on quite liberally. And if you're new here, I have a dry skin type. I don't have much rosacea, just like hormonal redness around the nose. So I'm hoping that this doesn't interfere with my concealer or anything like that. But I feel fresh. This feels like a nice primer. I'm not gonna lie, for the price. If this does a good job and this doesn't interfere with my other makeup items, like my other base items, and this is quite nice. It's making me feel quite hydrated. And it's like sticky, grippy, but not ridiculously so. I wouldn't call this like a sticky primer. So it says Jelly Grip, but I'd call it more of a hydrating primer, which it does say. I picked up this Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening Concealer in the shade Light from Essence. I was really intrigued to try this out because I find a lot of colour correcting concealers can be like a little bit whack on me, or like too dark, too light, or not really colour correcting. So I thought I'd give this a go. This is only like literally £3 or £4 as well. So if this is good, then we might be off to a good hit here that I can repurchase. I think just like this amount will do, just where I get the most darkness on the outer corner of my eye, and just kind of like pounce up and fade up into the crease a little bit. And then my inner corner is where I have like the most blue, like purple. This is blending quite well and it's covering quite well. I haven't like loaded the product on, you know, I used one dip for both eyes. I feel like that's done a pretty good job. Like once I get concealer on there, it's kind of just reflected the light a little bit more and taken the darkness away. I'm just gonna do a touch more just on the under eye bit just here. So this was in the shade Light, and I will say it is quite light. So if you're any darker than me, I'd have probably bumped up to the medium because it is like, it's pretty light. It is pretty light. Like it's almost like a hair too light for me, but with a good concealer, this will be absolutely fine. I have actually got a bit of texture just on my under eyes. My camera's not focusing at all. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I've got some texture just here, and I don't know where that's come from. I thought it was just dry skin, and then I realised it was attached to my face, and it was just my skin. I've got 3 brushes from Morphe, like their new range of brushes I really, really want to try. So I've got a cream and liquid bronzer brush, which I'll be using for bronzer, a correcting and concealing brush, and a blush brush. So I'm hoping we can just use this concealer brush. I know I've just used colour corrector. I probably should have used this for my colour corrector, but we'll use it for concealer, and then I can always pounce over with the sponge afterwards. So I've got 2 foundations from Ulta. I got the About Face foundation, which is the Performer Skin Focus foundation in the shade L2 Neutral. And then I've got the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Foundation Balm. I'm not going to apply the Colourpop one today, simply because I have got a Colourpop lip liner with me here to do, and I have never tried About Face before, so I really want to try like a different brand. I really hope this looks nice on me. And if it doesn't, then we have a backup foundation. But it's like a plastic bottle. Oh, it's a twist. Oh, it's like a doe foot applicator situation. Is this going to be an okay match? It's a little bit dark, but that's fine because I've got quite a light concealer with me, so we can make it work. This is nice. This is a nice foundation. This is sitting on my skin really nice, in like a nice way. I'd say it's like light to medium coverage. I'm hoping I can build it up to a medium. I'm not sure about the whole like doe foot applicator situation. I feel like I've had foundations like this in the past, and you just got to make sure like you've got no breakouts, your skin's like very sanitary. You know, I'm just, they're not my favorite, to be honest. I think I'm looking a little bit too yellow. This foundation is looking really good, like really, really smooth. I feel like my camera's not focusing very well today, but hopefully you can see, like, this is looking really good. Around my nose is like, it's looking fine, but it's not looking cakey at all. It's looking really luminous. It's not settling into my fine lines too much. This is looking nice, it's looking good. I've got the Juvias Place concealer. This concealer is looking a little bit too light, but I'm hoping we can kind of balance it all out with more complexion product. This is the Juvias Place, what is this concealer called? It's just called the concealer. I got mine in the shade 23, and I'm hoping I can take this Morphe brush and just like apply it like this. This is a nice brush. This is a really nice brush. I should have used this for my colour corrector. I don't typically use concealer with a brush. I use my colour corrector with a brush just because I find this easier to be more precise than with a sponge. A sponge kind of like thins it all out, and I actually don't want to thin my colour corrector out. I had a boo-boo there. I should have done this the other way around, but I just want to feel how the brush feels. And it feels nice. It's really soft, really easy to blend this product in. So that's a big thumbs up. I also really like these sorts of brushes for like getting in around the nose and just getting into a little bit harder to reach areas. Look how off the colouring is. Oh my god. I'm just gonna blend that out with the sponge just so it's not a stark contrast. That's definitely a nice brush though. Absolutely recommend this. If you like a concealer brush and you like that domed feeling. I've got the one from Singe and I really, really like it, which is why I picked this one up, because I was like, oh, this would be like a good contender, one that's available like in a brick and mortar store. And yeah, I really like it. I've not washed it obviously, so I don't know how it fares after washing, but I've owned Morphe brushes for a long time. Not this range admittedly, but they've always fared well. It's looking a little bit bright in the centre, but like I said, once we get the rest of the makeup on, brows, mascara, blush, bronze, highlight, the rest of it, I promise you it'll all come together. It'll all come together. I'm actually going to use the Juvias Place Eye Sculpt, I think it's called Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. I got mine in the shade medium brown. This one does pull a little bit warm on me, but it is a nice brow pencil. It's not one that I'd like rush out to go get again. Like for the price, honestly, Colourpop's one, I get mine in the shade Dope Taupe. I love the Colourpop Precise in my brow pencil. Yeah, it's a really, really nice one. So that one's really nice. But this one, like, it's good. It's just got like a more firm tip to it. It's not what I'd call creamy. But then if you're like slightly more oily, then you'd probably really like a more a firm tip on your brow pencil. I do like that it comes with a little spoolie on the end though, I won't lie. I really wanted to try out the Juvias Place blushes, you know, like they've got little pots almost, so they're little flat pots. I really want to try out those blushes, but my goodness, that trip I had picked up so many blushes. It was actually, like, I needed to take a breather. I was like, I have got so much blush in my basket right now. Like, I've got 3 blushes sitting in front of me, and I was like, we can't do this. But I really do want to pick up a blush, and I think Superdrug still sell Juvias Place, so it's still accessible in the UK for me. If not, like, no big deal. I think I'm going to survive without another blush, but yeah, I really want to try them out. I've seen a lot of people say that they're quite nice, especially because it's cream, and I love a cream cheek product. I think that will do for my brows. I'm not particularly fussed, as long as they're a little bit more defined than they were, then we're all good. I didn't pick up a new brow gel just because I have so many already, but NYX is stocked in Ulta, so I've got the NYX brow glue. Again, I wanted to pick up the NYX glue primer, but it was silly for me to like want to purchase brands that I can easily get in the UK. So I need to pick up that NYX primer. I really want to try it, like the whole glue range and the setting spray. It just looks so much fun. And I really like this brow gel. I mean, it's janky as hell. Like, I don't know if you can see the colour of this. It's like mixed with brow products every single time, and I like dunk in. I don't care though. It's still performing really well. It just looks a bit gross. Cute, I like it. For bronzer, obviously I want to try out this Morphe bronzing brush. This is the M242. Did I say what the other brush was? It was the M132, that concealer brush, but this is the M242. This is like an angled brush, and it just feels like it's gonna be really good for cream. So I've picked up the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Light. This cream bronzer is delicious. I absolutely freaking love it. So I'm gonna go in. Why am I doing that? It's cream. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I wanna kind of go blush heavy. What I like about this brush is because it's angled, it's not dragging the product down into my jaw. I do like that it's doing that for me. Oh damn, this jaw's looking, it's like, is it snatched or is there a line going down my jaw? Pick your challenger. I'm just gonna do like a little touch here, and a little touch here, and just touch the product here and here as well. I'm just gonna go back into my sponge and just blend above the brows there. Cute. Honestly, this bronzer is gonna last me till I die, because the amount you need, just absolutely fisted it, that's great. The amount you need is just so pathetic. Like, you need such a tiny amount, and it looks so effective. I might even actually just drag a tiny bit under my jaw. Just try and drag some of this down, make it a little bit more cohesive with my body. Okay, for blush, I have 3 options, and I think I'm leaning towards the Morphe one. So I've got the Morphe After Party Cheek Thrills, which I can't open apparently. So that's this one, and it's just like a very muted kind of bronzy rose, I would call this. And then I have these 2 from Essence, which are very pink, which is why I'm kind of leaning towards this. And I've already applied an Essence product, and I've got another one in front of me as well. So I want to try the Morphe one. Again, this is in the shade After Party. I'm going to use that cream blush / bronzing brush and go into the top one. I don't think they all have different names. I think this is like the After Party trio. I want to go into the top cream one. This guy straight in there. And just stipple that on the cheek. I've not tried these before. I've not tried a few of these products before. That's a nice colour. That's a very nice colour. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. I do find this brush a little aggressive. Like, it's very dense and therefore very good with the cream. But like, when I'm stippling, it's not really a stippling brush. It's like, it's a little bit rough on the skin, but not enough for me to put it down and get for another brush, you know? Okay, cute. I also wanted to try out this brush, which is this blush M202. And this one looks like a little fluffy number, again at an angle, but it's like so loosely packed. So I'm gonna try and apply the powder element of this. I forgot the word powder. Let's just like put that on top. Ooh, cute. This is a really nice colour. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I did too much. Oh no. And we're just gonna keep stippling and blending until this goes away. Okay, that's not so bad now. We've diffused that. That was like a little tweaky bum moment there, I won't lie to you. That was like, honestly though, what a lovely colour this is. Right, I've got two highlighters. I've got one from Essence, which is the Pure Nude highlighter, which I feel was a fan favourite 10 years ago, and I could never pick it up, I could never find it. So to have this in my possession 10 years after the hype, it felt a little bit nostalgic for me, and I had to pick it up. So I picked this one up, and I've got the Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome highlighter, which turns green, which is gonna match my eyeshadow beautifully. So I'm gonna apply this one to the tops of my cheeks, and I think I'm gonna apply this one, which is Be My Highlight. I need to open this, to like above the brow, the tip of the nose, like in between the nose, in between the eyes, like the bits where I don't want this bit green, or like above my brows. So I'm going to apply both of these and get them both open. I'm going to go into the Essence highlighter first. This looks so glowy. It's a baked highlighter. So I'm going to go into this one first because I'm lazy and I want to use the same brush. Oh, this is a subtle highlighter. This is a very subtle highlighter. This is like, you want a natural sheen rather than, I'm just going to apply it like on the cheeks so you can see. I feel like this is going to demonstrate it nicely. Like, do you see the sheen? It's creating a sheen rather than a reflective highlight. Do you know what? Because it's baked, if you've got oily skin, you're gonna like this. I think this is like a good mattifying highlight in the sense of, I know it sounds like a contradiction, but it's good in the sense of it's not making my skin look oily highlight. It's just making it look reflective whilst being quite a powdery situation and kind of like just not intensify any oils. So very, very, very natural. Like I've got it on the tip of my nose here and just here. It's very natural. I'm gonna have to try this with like no makeup days, I think. And then we got this one. This one's green. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Let's just like try and tap away those glitters. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I hope I like this. I'm going out to dinner in a minute. I don't want to look like a crazy clown. It definitely has a really cool green reflect. I think with setting spray, this is going to look lovely. At the moment, it's looking a little bit glittery. Not chunky, just like very fine glitters. I've got a setting spray which I've been meaning to try for so long, and I finally picked it up in America. This is the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. This is available in Boots, but I don't know, I never seem to pick it up, and I just saw it and I was like, look at the size of this baby. Look at, it's the size of my head. It's absolutely massive. This is 177 ml, which, why does that feel like the same size as most setting sprays? Most are actually 118, 120, so like the Urban Decay one is 118 millimeters. This is 177, so let's apply some setting spray. Oh, let's get it going first. Oh, that's a violent spray. Look how wet I look, oh my goodness. I really hope that this setting spray doesn't make me look greasy or like too dewy. Okay, whilst my skin is like hopefully drying down a little bit more, it still feels very wet at the moment, so I'm hoping it'll dry down even more and not look so shiny. That highlighter is looking so much better now that I applied setting spray to it. It's looking less dusty or like powdery. It's like metallic glitters, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't look like an eyeshadow, but it's not like a skin-like finish. But honestly, once the setting spray is on it, it looks very smooth. And I don't mind if something's glittery as long as it's smooth. As soon as it gives me texture, I don't like it. So far, set down with setting spray, this has melted into the skin really quite wonderfully. So whilst this dries down, I'm gonna do my lips. So I picked up two Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I got Walk of No Shame and this one, which is Angel Allasandra. And this is the Hot Lips 2. And look at the packaging on this one. This one's got like little panthers or like jaguars. I'm not too sure. I don't know what type of cat this is. Jaguar, panther, are they the same thing? I'm not sure. And then this is BFF3 by Colourpop, which Colourpop's available in Ulta, so that is the lip liner of choice. I was going to pick up some About Face ones because they looked really cool and they're eyeliners, but you know when you're just like, I have so much that picking up another thing for the sake of a video, when honestly this still is categorized as makeup you can get at Ulta, I was like, no, we just can't keep up picking up more, woman. I love the Colourpop lip liners, they're so creamy. Okay, and then let's go into this Angel Allasandra shade, which is lighter and peachy, but I'm hoping I can like blend it together with my finger. I like this lip combo, it's pretty. I'm gonna go away and do my eyeshadow and then we can apply the mascara like with you. I might even put some of that chameleon shade like in my inner corner as an inner corner highlight, because honestly, like, look how beautiful that is. My skin is drying down. It definitely has added a sheen to my face, but maybe when we've finished doing eyeshadow, it will like dry down even more. But my skin, she looks really quite nice. It looks really quite nice. Let's go away and do some eyeshadow. Okay, I'm back. I feel like my hair is just so oily that I'm like, it's like a little slick. The eyeshadow's done. I had a little bit of fun with the eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow I will be uploading for a spooky season, I think after this. So if you want to see how I got this look, I just had some fun with it. I also used the highlighter on my inner corner and brow bone, and the mascara that I used was from Essence as well. This was the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. I'm not mad at this makeup. Let me give you a little bit of a roundup review. I also need to be really real with you. I filmed the first half of this video yesterday and then I didn't end up doing the eyeshadow that I've done today. I didn't have time for eyeshadow because I had to leave. So I literally just shoved the highlighter like across my eyelid and then left the door. But I have re-put the entire base that you saw at the beginning half of this video. I've literally recreated it exactly the same. But if you're wondering like, your setup looks like a bit different, or the lighting, like things change every time I set up for filming, every single time. So yeah, this is the exact same makeup, but it's a different day because I ran out of time for the eyeshadow, hence not being able to come back, blah, 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 blah. However, this does give me a really good opportunity to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of my thoughts on the products and give you a first impression review, because I have worn it, like I wore it yesterday and now I've reapplied it. I can kind of give you my thoughts and feelings. Let me start off with the things that I really love. So the lip liner and lipstick, Colourpop lip liners, I really, really like them. They're lovely and creamy. They wear nicely, they can reapply nicely, they blend nicely. Really like them. Are they my favorite formula? No, but they're like one of my favorite everyday formulas where I'm not too bothered about them, like how they wear, you know. They're just like a really, really nice color, formula, everything. Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, I really like Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I like this color as well. I feel like it blended nicely and it's just a me shade. I've gone for like a very 90s outline. I don't hate it. The eyebrow situation, the Juvias Place eyebrow pencil is lovely. It's not my favorite at all, and I probably wouldn't repurchase this. It's quite hard. It does define your brows nicely, but I don't find it a pleasure to use. The color's nice. As a product, I've got no real complaints. It's just not my favorite. It doesn't feel as creamy. It blends okay, but I like to be able to precisely draw some sort of like lines, hairs, and then blend it out like that, just to kind of define my brows quicker. I find that I get a nice desired effect, but I have to work with it. So I like this. I think you'd like it too, but it's just not one of my favorites. I won't pick up again, but I enjoy using it. The NYX, what's it called? The brow glue. I really, really like this brow glue. I've used it a lot. It's actually kind of getting to the end of its life. I did notice today that when I applied it, it was a little bit goopy, probably just because it's just got a lot of like brow product mixed in with it, and it's just like, help me, kill me, please. The primer, I actually really like this primer. I'm gonna apply this with other foundations that I know like how they wear, like they're tried and trusted. I really like this primer. It's not necessarily grippy. I know it's called Jelly Grip, but I would actually call this more of a hydrating primer. It does have a little bit of grip to it. It's not like a moisturizer by any means, but it's not like the Milk gripping primer. I'd say it's hydrating and grippy second, but it has a little bit of grip to it, but it's mostly hydrating, and it just feels like a primer. I mean, good, right? It's a primer. It feels like a primer, but it feels nice, and for the price, really good. As well as the Essence Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening Concealer in the shade Light. I really like this. It's excuse me, I really like this. This is under £5 and I really like this. I think if you're any darker than me, I think you'd probably have to go up a shade, just because this was quite, it had a lot of white base in it. That's what I want to say about this. There's a lot of white base. For me, that's not the end of the world, because I put this on underneath my foundation. So if it is too white and bright, then I can kind of merge the foundation up a little bit. And I love to apply eyeshadow, so again, that's not really a problem. And I like to have a brighter, whiter like under eye, because I get that dark sallowness. So I personally like to have a brighter under eye right here. If you don't like that, I think this might be too white based for you. I really like this, and this is like a really good shove it in the bag and go. I did notice that this, in combination with a thick concealer, which I use the Juvias Place concealer, together these were quite thick. I have never loved this concealer. I've always found it a bit too thick. So in combination, I just found the whole situation a bit too much. I think this needs like a very thin concealer. Like I think you want to treat this like your concealer and then just kind of add a little bit of colour on top just to take away the pinky and brightness of it. This concealer, Juvias Place concealer in the shade 23, I've never been a massive fan of this concealer. It's okay, I just find it a little bit cakey, especially under the eyes. Everywhere else it's fine, like I still use it. It's not the end of the world, I don't hate it. I've got concealers that make my under eyes just look so much fresher, so much healthier, and look less makeup-y. I find that this looks makeup-y. The Revolution Cream Bronzer, this is a little bit cheaty, I know, because I included this one and I actually purchased it in the UK. This is the Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. I really like this. Honestly, if you are in the market for a cream blush, I think this is £4 to £5 as well. This is so incredibly cheap and it is beautiful. You need the smallest amount. I just find it has the most nicest tone. There's multiple shades of this as well. I don't know how light and dark it goes, but I find the tone of this, for me, it's like neutral warm, but it's not like warm warm. It's like neutral warm, where it's not orange, but it's not just brown. I really like it. I love the tone. For me, this is just like chef's kiss. I love the smell of it as well. I don't know why, I just really love the smell of it. If you are in the market for a cream bronzer and you haven't tried this out and you can see that your shade might work for you, really recommend picking this up. The Morphe Trio, the After Party Cheek Thrills. I actually really like this one. I haven't tried this shade in the middle. It's like a shimmery blush. I really like this tone. I did find that the cream went on, the powder to like set the cream, and I feel like my cheeks have eaten the product up. So when I wore this yesterday, I found that by the end of the evening, my cheeks weren't as blushed as when I left the house. And like, that's not a problem, but I have products, I have cream and powder products that stay on my face and the pigment doesn't like wear off. I don't really know, my face is just eating it, I don't really know. But this is a really nice blush trio. I think it's lovely. I think for the price, like yeah, it's really nice, and I'm glad I've got it, and I'm definitely going to use it again. I really like the powdered bit and I really like the cream bit. There was no faults with this. I just found it faded slightly. Now that might be down to the foundation, it might be down to the setting spray, it might be down to a combination of factors. So I will try this again with products that I know how they work, like again, tried and tested, and I love the packaging. I just think the packaging is really lovely. Yeah, I like everything about this. It's really cute. The Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't love it. I don't love it. It's just very powdery. It's very powdery, and I feel like it sets the cream, like it sets you down, but offering a sheen. And so I don't really understand, because it's definitely a highlighter. It's not like an under eye highlighting powder or anything like that. It's just a bit bizarre to me, but I feel like this would be good if you wanted like a matte foundation. I rarely go for a matte foundation because I've got dry skin, but I feel like if you've got matte skin, or sorry, you want matte skin, this would be a good highlighter to have because it's not so wet looking. It's very sheeny. I like it, I don't love it. I actually really liked this one though, the Wet n Wild's Chameleon Chrome Highlighter. Honestly, for a green highlighter, I was a bit unsure about this one. I was like, oh, what have I bought? Is it gonna be like Sparkle City? But once I got the setting spray on, like honestly, the shift of this, like I can in person see the green sparkles, but I don't think you can. I think you can see like a gold colour, but that's quite nice because it means that it's a subtle green, and it's a green that if you got close to me, you'd be like, you're wearing a green highlight, and I'm like, yes I am. Whereas like if you're far away, you wouldn't even batter an eyelids, you know, and I quite like that. It's like a subtle but fun way to play around with colour, especially on the cheeks, and especially because I like wearing blush, sometimes wearing a coloured highlighter that is just like all a bit too much all at once. The fact that it's not too chunky, honestly, if you were in the market again for a different coloured highlighter, you're balling on a budget, I actually really recommend this one. I think setting it down is the key to making it look smooth. I really do. Yeah, I actually really like this one. I'm kind of like mad I don't have more colours in it. It's really cute. The setting spray by Milani, the Make It Last Original. I like this. I don't think I love it. It's very wet, like it makes your face very wet, and it offers like a bit of a sheeny film across your face, which I don't hate, but I don't love. I've got a few setting sprays that give me a glow, a sheen without feeling like a film. It almost feels like a hydrator. I wouldn't really want to reapply this because I have a fear that it's going to make me look like a greasy hot dog. But saying that, I do think it helped melt the makeup together. I'm not sure this is going to be my favourite setting spray. I think it's going to be one that's good for wetting brushes, just applying once to kind of like lock everything in. I don't think it's a make it last setting spray, if I'm really honest. I just don't really felt like it locked my makeup in place. So I've got a massive one of these now. I don't know, I just feel like it says waterproof and sweatproof, and I don't know, don't really feel like I saw that effect. The mascara, really quickly, Essence Lash Princess mascaras. I actually love all Essence mascaras. I think they do a stellar job, and again, for the price, like honestly, you just can't argue it. It's around £5, and I don't think I can think of another mascara that price tag that is as good as this. Honestly, this is in competition with your drugstore mascaras that are around the £10 to £15 mark, Maybelline, L'Oreal, like Rimmel London, the rest. Really, really good. Essence is a good one. The About Face foundation, I thought I was gonna like this more than I did, if I'm really honest. So yeah, I don't like the packaging in the sense of the wand and you've got to apply it all over your face. I don't really find that very hygienic. Yeah, I'm just not sure about that one. It's gonna have to be something that I try again without the concealer, or with a concealer that I know how it performs, because I found this to be a little bit cakey by the end of the evening. Just a little bit though, but it was like cakey in the sense where it wasn't dry. It was like moisturized cakey, where I just took a little brush and I like patted it out and it looks fine again. I feel like the term I want to use again is makeup-y. It just looked a bit makeup-y, and I've just got so many products, especially foundations, especially cream products, that don't make me look makeup-y, and so I just feel like I'm being a little bit hypercritical about this, but at the same time, I've got drugstore foundations at the same price or similar price that don't make me look makeup-y by the end of an evening. And I wasn't even wearing this the whole day. I was wearing it for like 6 hours, maybe even less than that actually. So I'm gonna have to try this again, but my initial thoughts are, I think that's it. I think that is everything that I applied. Obviously the eyeshadow and everything is in a separate video, but thank you so much for watching. Let me know, are there any products from Ulta that you're like, girl, you missed out? Because I think a lot of Ulta makeup I can get in the UK. I just wanted to feature the stuff that I purchased in the US and like make this little special one, like makeup from Ulta and like available at Ulta. I know that Ulta sells like a very wide range of products, like from REM Beauty, Charlotte Tilbury, Urban Decay, like higher end, higher price tag items. I think Half Magic is in there as well, to then like Essence, where you're buying a mascara for $4 to $5, you know? There's quite a range in Ulta, and I really like that, unlike Sephora where it's very high. Anyway, I digress. Thank you so much for watching. I've had fun playing around with this makeup, and of course there's a few products and brands that I've never played around with before, and I've really enjoyed that. Oh, I also forgot to mention, really liked the Morphe brushes, the ones I picked up anyway. Really liked them. I thought they were really nice, and yeah, go Morphe for reinvigorating their brush line. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, give me a good old thumbs up to let me know that you have. Also talk to me down below, like what are the things that you go to when you go into an Ulta or a Boots, maybe UK equivalent? What are the brands that you just gravitate towards? What are the products that you're like looking out for? Let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.